This is working. Because we always, anytime I do a video via Twitch, I have to do this part to make sure it's working. It's kind of quiet. It's always quiet. Then I, know when to talk louder. All right, it's kind of all right now. Y'all probably hear an echo. That's via the computer. But we're here for the NBA 2K24 Memphis Grizzlies franchise, episode 1. I'm pretty sure in the title of the video, it's just going to say Memphis Grizzlies franchise. I haven't thought of a clever name yet. And I've been waiting to do this for a while. I was waiting to wrap up my Green Bay Packers one on Madden 24. That way that we weren't doing both at once. And that is wrapped up. And we're here for this. In this first episode, I will tell you now, we will have a trade. I don't know what will be the trade, but we will do some type of trade. Also, I feel I'm more qualified to talk about the Grizzlies because I've watched every game, and I feel I know a little bit more about basketball than I do football. So, like I said, there will be a trade in this video. I don't know what all we will do in this video. So we shall see. This is January for us. Spurs, the new look Raptors, Lakers, Suns, Mavericks, Clippers, Knicks, Warriors, Timberwolves, Bulls, Raptors. All right. I think I want to start this with the trade. Now, in real life, I follow a lot of Grizzlies fans on Twitter, or at least see what they post on Twitter, because on the For You page. And this season has been very weird, obviously. Not every day or every season is your star player suspended for the first 25 games. But it just kind of seems this season went in phases. And, the first phase is oh, boy, we need help. And then we got help in Bismack Biyombo, and we won a handful of games, mainly the Trailblazers game in particular stands out. Then there's the small and short Jalen Noel, I almost said McDaniels, Jalen Noel phase, and now we're in the Ja's back phase, and we went undefeated. I think we were 4 straight with Ja. Pelicans, Pacers, Hawks, Pelicans, so yeah. And now we're back in okay, this is what our team's going to look like because Steven Adams is not coming back, and in back-to-back games, we were out-rebounded by Zubac and Sabonis terribly. And it does not help that in this game we play one of the tallest players of all time, Victor Wembanyama. So a center is needed. Now, the trade this is a bit of a spoiler alert. One of the main reasons I was waiting to do this series is that way I could wait for Start Today. And Start Today came back the day that John Morant came back, by the way. I started working, that's the best way to put it, because it said under maintenance. So, what I have done is injuries will be on. Now, I'll say this. They are very generous with some of these injuries. They're saying that Brandon Clark should be back in 2 to 3 weeks. In real life, I would love that. I don't think that's going to be the case. So, I'm going to change that and make it 2 months, because he said himself that he wants to come back around the All-Star break. So I'm just going to say 100 days from now. I don't know how long that'll be. It's 100 days, like a month's time. But if he comes back, he comes back. So I'll leave it 101 that way. So that's 2 to 4 months. Now, if you looked up here, then you saw Steven Adams, and they said that he is healthy. But sadly, that is not the case. And as much as I would love to keep Steven Adams on this team, because when he was playing, we were a much better team, and it was a punch to our gut that he ended up getting injured when he did. Injured and how he got injured, and it was a season-long injury. It was a gut punch. It really sucked, and it really hurt. But as you can see, I have him healthy from the standpoint that I want to trade him. Now, if y'all know, on 2K, you can't trade injured players. In real life, you can. My example is always Porzingis got traded from the Knicks to the Mavericks when he was injured. And in the better case, Ricky Rubio, when he was on the Cleveland Cavaliers. He got traded to the Indiana Pacers when he was hurt. And the main reason that I say that is because I would like to keep Steven Adams on this team. And obviously, Ricky Rubio was a free agent that next year and then re-signed in Cleveland, so it never was like he left the team. Where Steven Adams, we already know he's going to be out all year, sadly. And I know there's a year left on his contract. Maybe I trade back for him next year because, again, at the end of the day, I don't know what our center position is going to look like in the offseason and whatnot. And like I said, locker room, morale, and all that fine stuff, So if Steven Adams can make his way back onto the team in the future, it is fair. But in the case of this, to make things a little bit simpler, I'm going to trade him and then have him sit out for whatever team that he's on. Now, I'm kind of cheesing the system that way, but I will be giving away our 2024 pick in whatever trade that is involved in because that is a high-value pick at the moment because we don't know how the hell this season is going to go. So whatever trade I end up doing, I'm going to include that pick. Now, I'm going to propose 3 different trades and explain why I like them so much. First, I'm trying to think of all 3 because I can only remember. I meant to say 4. I can only remember 3. So the first one that comes to mind involves the Chicago Bulls for Nikola Vucevic. I'd like to see Vucevic on the Grizzlies, mainly just a different team than Chicago. But Chicago has picked it up as of lately, and they're a better team. I just would like to see how we would do with actually a center that could shoot threes since we have Xavier Tillman shooting so many. And Vucevic has been an all-star. I feel that he would fit well here, but, it might not be the most viable option. He also kind of looks like Steve Blackman a little bit. I'm trying to think. This one, I think, works, and it's Clint Capella. Now, the main reason that I say that is because you could see they gave an extension to Onyeka Okongwu, and he's younger, fits their timeline a little bit more. And you don't necessarily need both of these men. And Steven Adams, hypothetically, they wanted to keep him for the next season and be the backup to Onyeka Okongwu. That kind of makes more sense, and you're adding a pick onto it. For us, we get the rebounding and defense that is needed that Clint Capella provides. Now, I also kind of forgot to mention that I'm looking for a wing as well. We have a lot of young wings, but I'm looking for one now. If we're making a big trade, might as well go big. But I feel the Clint Capella trade works out because Atlanta needs to make some type of change as well. Now, to be fair, that's not really the biggest change like playing wise. That's more of a longevity move because they're getting a pick back because they gave up a lot of picks to get DeJounte Murray and whatnot. Now, the main issue with the Vucevic trade is I don't really like any of the wings that the Bulls provide. Patrick Williams, they have him 3-star value, which I understand him being young, but on 2K he never progresses to be 3-star value in my opinion. Torrey Craig is injured at the moment, which is a little bit, I did not know that. DeRozan makes a lot of freaking money, and I don't see that happening. I know in real life Alex Caruso is highly, highly, highly valued. I don't think I could probably get him and then trade him to get the wing that I'm looking for, but I don't think that is the most realistic. Now, I will be going for realism, and if it's not realistic, I will at least try to explain it from a realistic point of view. I know that did not make a whole lot of sense. Now, I talked about this team. This next team, the Pistons, for Jalen Duren and Bojan Bogdanovic. Now, the Pistons have won 3 games on the year, but I feel if anybody on their team outside of Cade Cunningham is untouchable, it's probably Jalen Duren because he's shown the most and he went to Memphis. A lot of Grizzlies fans wanted Jalen Duren on the team, and he ain't on the team. Bogdanovic can hit open threes. Defensively would be a little bit questionable. I think this is probably out of the three that I've mentioned the most unrealistic because the Pistons want to keep Duran, and apparently they are saying Bogdanovich is untouchable, which I think is a little bit crazy. But here's the trade I plan on doing. It is one that I've seen several Grizzlies fans talk about. And when I did a preview of this series, like for myself, and went through, I only included one pick and it went through. Now I'm trying to look at these other teams to see if there's like anything else I'm forgetting. I feel Jakob Poeltl we could probably trade for, but $20 million to him is a bit insane, and they don't have OG Anunoby anymore. And here we go. It's one I've seen a lot of fans talking about. Two guys that we would really want to see on the Grizzlies. Nicholas Claxton and Dorian Finney-Smith. A lot of times in the offseason when I was talking about what wing we should go after, I was saying Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, obviously, we didn't do that. It wasn't the biggest deal. And the thing with Nick Claxton, the main thing we need for him is rebounding, screen setting, and I feel that he can do that very well. And the thing that I like the most is he fits the timeline of our main guys because he is 24 years old. Ja's 24. Jaren's 24. Bane is 25. He fits the timeline. Now, obviously, the big issue is that he is going to be an unrestricted free agent. I don't know what teams have the money and would go after him. I feel I'd be more than likely to give him the money, considering we're more than likely going to be giving up a lot to get him. So that might be something that we're going to have to worry about down the road, not right now. Now, the main thing is, in real life, I've not made up my mind yet, but my agent and I both agree that re-signing with the Nets would be, oh, shit. Well, that ain't happening on my watch. I never read those. I read that one, though. Trying to look at all this other stuff. I want to see rebounding. He's an A. Athleticism. He's a C. Potential. He's a B+. Dorian Finney. What does he got to say? Dun, da, da, da. Why is it taking so long to find? My agency didn't test. Well, you're going to have to wait a while for that. Now, again, I realize the problem with this is that I have Steven Adams as healthy. And this is essentially going to leave the Nets without a center. So I do apologize for that for Nets fans because I like the Nets. I want to see the Nets do very well. But in the case of this series, this is the one trade that I plan on doing. So, Steven Adams, Zaire Williams. I really like Zaire. I've always hoped for the best for Zaire. I know that a lot. I've been way nicer on Zaire than I would say 90% of Grizzlies fans. I've never said anything bad about him. Unlike a lot of Grizzlies fans, like I said, I'm kind of throwing you under the bus. But I feel with the way the team is going now, he's more than likely the one, like a guy they're ready to probably give up on. He has his moments where he's good, but my issue is he needs to develop, obviously. He's a 74 in year 3. And I don't know many teams he'll be able to do that because either a team like the Pistons, for example, has too many other players they're trying to develop and he's going to get lost in the wayside, or in a contending team, they're not going to be really worried about it. Where the Nets, I feel, is kind of a best case scenario for it because a lot of their guys are either veterans or guys getting a second chance. There's not that much youth there. So the Nets would take the chance and help him out. So that's a good scenario for him. Same case could be said for this other guy I'm including in the trade package, Jake LaRavia. Now, to do this, I have to take another player, and I can't take him. Can't take any of these guys. They drafted Whitehead this year. I'm going to take Harry Giles. Like I said, I'm going to be generous and give y'all this pick. Now, here's the thing. I could also just accept it now. I know that. Like I said, I'm going to be extremely nice and include the second round pick as well. So if you're bothered by this trade, I do apologize, but it's for the better of the series and playing wise. And this is a trade. If this happened in real life, I would be very, very happy. But I've gotten used to the Grizzlies not doing trades, so might as well do it in a video game. Now, like I said, if Steven Adams wasn't injured, I wouldn't have to do this. He would also just stay on the team. And for the Nets' perspective, I apologize because now I did leave y'all without any centers. Even though, logically, what they should do is trade Royce O'Neal to get a center if they were really concerned about contending. And also, if they were probably concerned about contending, they wouldn't have traded Claxton, you know. It's in the case. It's a video game, by the way. So this hurts me doing this part, like giving him his injury back. And like I said, love Steven Adams, and I feel that there's one day that we can. I like using that Ricky Rubio comparison because that's the same scenario I would hope where we trade him to get a better player, but in the grand scheme of things, we plan on bringing Steven Adams back the moment that we can. So they had him injured for 275 days. So I'm going to put that back. And if y'all, this is making a loud noise. It's making a loud noise in my ears. I was seeing it. Here we go. Boom. So I apologize for that. And I didn't want to like take up a whole time and switch to the Nets and make that Royce O'Neal trade for a center that I said as well. And like I said, in real life, I don't think the Nets would do this. But, you know, it's a video game. That is probably something that I'll be saying a lot. Now we get to the rotations and the other stuff. Thing one, moving Bane back to a shooting guard. Now you're probably wondering why. Again, this is a video game. Now, I'm going to try to talk about like things that happen in real life a lot. And this is where it might get a touchy subject. We gave up 2 first-round picks to get Marcus Smart. And we've only had how many games? He came back in the... What game did he come back? He didn't play in... All right, I'm trying to look at this calendar. Did he play in this Pacers game? I feel he didn't. I don't remember him the Hawks game. He came back in this Pelicans game. So we've had 4 games with our healthiest-ass team. Luke Kennard came back in this Kings game. And we only won 1. To be fair, Ja didn't play in this. So we've had 3 games, technically. This is just how the season's going, by the way. Jesus, is a bit of a mess. If you look at how I'm going to construct the lineup, basketball-wise, it makes the most sense. But pride-wise and whatnot, it won't. So I'm editing these positions first. So, by the way, I'm going to trade here. This is something that I always do anytime. So, Harry Giles, I don't plan on using. I like Harry Giles, though. I try to build up on picks. Now, I know I'm not going to get a first-round pick for him, but I more than likely can get a second-round pick for him. What team should we take a second-round pick from? That one's far away. I'm going to do the Knicks because they have Mitchell Robinson hurt. They might be interested in the center depth. I doubt I can also trade Ryan Yachino. This is what I was saying. If this is somebody I don't plan on using or having in the rotation or even as a third-string guy, I trade as to like try to get second-round picks. Like I said, I don't know how many teams want Ryan Arcidiacono. So we're just going to do this. How many spots do we have on the team? We have 14. We do. I'm going to cut Ryan Arcidiacono. I'm just going to be honest. I never do this part. Actually, we're just going to leave him. Screw it. It's not hurting anything. If it does, we'll change it. So, here's what I plan on the lineup being. Look, they even did it themselves. Now, the main reason that I have Smart doing this is for defensive purposes. Now, I am going to do something a bit risky. I'm not going to play Rose. Instead, I'm going to play Roddy. In real life, we have not played Roddy as much. We haven't been playing him as much. I'm giving 30 minutes to the big four now. I could say that. I'm going to give 25 to Dorian Finney. I'm going to give 25 to Smart. 20 to Aldama. 15 to Tillman. And 20 to the Kennard. So we now have 5 minutes left. I give 15 to Roddy. And if an injury happens, D-Rose will more than likely be the guy to step up and play. So, I really like how this team is constructed now. We have 4 guys that fit the same timeline. We have veteran players that help them out. Dorian Finney-Smith is going to provide 3-point shooting and defense. Claxton hopefully can provide rebounding and defense. This is a funny as hell face that is he has at this moment. Smart. This is the main issue with any trade that I think could happen is would Marcus Smart come off the bench? Like I said, we gave up 2 first-round picks to get Marcus Smart. I don't know, and he over the past 2019-20 season has started, and the Celtics when they had their highest success, he started. But from a standpoint of needing defense off the bench, he, I feel, provides that. And, I think if needed in closing lineup moments, I might use him as well. It will be a wait-and-see situation. But I'm mainly doing this for the bench purposes. Tillman, I like as our backup center on 2K. It should work out. Kennard is a sniper on here. So... And if Brandon Clark comes healthy during the course of this series, I will use him. I don't know if I will. I don't know. I'm talking about. I should have said this season. I'm still waiting and seeing on that because, like I said, I don't know how long this series is going to go. I plan on it being until at least we get a championship. But hopefully we go on a crazy ass run this year and get our championship this year. Now here's the thing, Claxton. I can't extend until after. It normally shows you how much they expect, which at this moment I can't see. Tillman, I feel we could re-sign. Kennard, hopefully it gives me the option. He got a player or team option? This would make this a little bit easier. Oh, he doesn't even have an option. I thought I feel he was expiring contract. I guess not. Everybody else will wait to see. So in this video, how many games do I want to play? I don't know. I feel, all right, so when I play the games, I play the first quarter, simcast the rest of the game, and see if it's a close game in the fourth. I feel there might be a better way to do that, but that's just kind of how I've always done it. So these are 2 home games. To be fair, all these games are kind of big deals. I guess the Spurs one maybe not because we've played them, but it's like the Lakers we've faced in the playoffs. Suns might have their big 3 playing. Mavericks divisional game. Clippers we just played them. They're a big deal. First time face the Knicks. Like I said, the Knicks-Raptors matchup's a bit interesting now since they just do these trades. And then we have the Warriors game here. So what I'm saying, y'all see how long the video is when you are watching this, but I don't know how long I'm going, So we shall see. But we're playing San Antonio Spurs in our first game of this franchise as it is loading. And I'm glad that I made this trade before we face Victor Wembanyama. We're going to go with the statement jerseys for this game. Here we go. First game, the Memphis Grizzlies franchise. The gang is welcoming them here. It is awkward as hell silent. This is... I don't... Oh my god, this is so hilarious. It's very awkward because I have the like commentary all the way down. That way y'all can hear me a little better. But for that, there is no commentary at all. So here we go. He's going to make that, ain't he? Okay. So I will say, I do have this on Pro, but as time goes on, I'll probably move the volume. Difficulty up. Okay, that was more dramatic than it needed to be. That one missed. I might already have put it at All-Star. I'm pretty sure I had it on Pro, though. Whatever the normal difficulty is. By the way, I've done Grizzly franchise mode. I always refer to it as franchise mode. I don't know what I should refer to it as. But I've done them in the past, and I've had Jaren at center. And there was 1 year, this would have been 2Ks ago, and he was averaging freaking a lot of rebounds. And I remember one time, like, I simcast a game, and he had 20 rebounds. I'm like, just do this in real life. Our life would be so much. Life would be simpler if Jaren could play center. But, you know, I've gotten used to that not being the case, and I'm not going to harp on it, you know, because he does very well at power forward, as you can see right there. But, you know, being a Grizzlies fan, it doesn't... I would say the most frustrating thing thus far this season is that we've been the top young team for, I would say, the last 3 seasons. Where now, this year, that definitely has not been the case. And we kind of, you know, I don't want to say it took a step back, but we might have. You know, that's just, we were waiting till Ja came back. Ja came back. We went on the win streak. But now we're on a losing streak. You know, I don't like saying that, but that, you know, that's what's happening. Almost took a charge there. Okay, he's on it. That shouldn't have been a foul. But it's just like, the Thunder are the damn second seed. Now, I'm not going to, like, overblow it, say they're going to win the title. I don't think that's going to happen. It's literally their first year in the standpoint. Because, you know, we were in that situation at one point in time. But, you know, I will admit, if they won a title, I wouldn't be upset, like punching a wall or anything. I probably could have said something less violent. I would like it if the Thunder won, but, you know, I want us to win one first, obviously. That is the best way to put that. I don't know why. We're getting very fortunate with them missing shots, but I'd appreciate it if the defense stuck up a little bit. That was a terrible and a bit funny. If you're a Grizzlies fan, who would you like to see us trade for? I felt that this was the best trade that I could think of without going... Like, if we could trade for, like, a Joel, like a top 5 center, that would be great. I don't see that happening. And, you know, we'd have to give up a lot to do that, obviously. But what I gave up, obviously, you know, we replaced. It's the best way to put that. I felt I could have made that more tougher. Also, just realized that it doesn't. I don't think it's been doing like the green release. Let me see right here. No, that was a terrible shot to try that. I was trying to see if it does like the green release thing when like I lay it up, because I feel like it hasn't. Now that should have happened in the last possession. As you can also see, Jaren has 4 rebounds, as I was hyping up his rebounding earlier. That should have been expected. I also was worried about the 2 other guys that were there. All right, we'll try it again. Oh, my goodness. That was tough. Also a bit of redemption. He also, I'm pretty sure, just hit his head. I'm not going to look at these replays that often because, you know, that can get tiring. But I do want to see if he did hit his head on this. Oh, my goodness. That had to have hurt. I could also say this. I could probably just drive to the rim every time I Ja and make it, because that's what I do, and a lot of times when I use the Grizzlies, and it works. But that would be a very boring series and a lot of the same old stuff. So I'm going to try my best not to do that, as I've done that a lot this game already, I will say. But I will say, hopefully the Grizzlies do some trade. I felt that if anything happens, it would be like a sign, you know. I'm not all right with us just staying the same. That is the best way to put that. That probably should have been a foul, and it wasn't, so I'll take that. Jaren is back here. Boom. I feel also this series is going to be a lot easier and a lot less chaotic, because in that Packers franchise, we had a lot of crazy and bullcrap moments for us, and I play 2K a lot more than I do Madden, so I feel I more so know what to do. That should have been blocked. Okay, here we go with Claxton. We have not gotten our new guys offensively involved. But, you know, I'll also say my competition on Twitch right now is Jamar Chase, who has 239 people watching him playing Modern Warfare. And that does sound entertaining. As I just wiped my nose and hit my microphone. I like how they use a real picture for him. Normally it's a video game format of him. I was looking at the computer as I just left him go. Oh my goodness, we have Desmond Bain on Wemby. Okay. Okay. I'm also upset. Okay, first of all, the green release thing is there. Second of all, I should be expecting these Wemby blocks to be happening. I am very intrigued to see how many he has. Also, I was about to say Nick Claxton won Defensive Player of the Year. That obviously was not the case, but he was a heavy contender for the award last year, as well as Jaren. So just to have this many Defensive Player of the Year caliber players on the team would be nice. Finally, we dunked it and didn't have to worry about him blocking it. I've also learned on this 2K, you got to be if you want to block somebody, you got to be in front of them. In that case, that was a fast break. Couldn't get in front of them, as that might be out on us. And it is. That, you know, not the best start. There's Devin Vassell stats. I also want it to be known they are very generous with some of the start today injuries, because they were saying that like everybody besides Steven Adams was supposed to come back in 1 to 2 weeks. Like even Robert Williams, who had season-ending surgery as well. So I probably could change that, but it's a combination of being too lazy and it being like, you know, might not be worth it, you know. It makes this maybe more of a challenge. As I said, you got to be in front of him. I was to the side of him on that one. Okay. I can't dribble for crap right now. If it ain't... All right. Ooh. I like the effort. I can't be upset with the effort there. (18-15). I'll look at the Suns record because they just showed it. We also have 4 minutes. This is going by fast. We have 4 minutes left in the quarter. Now we have Santi Aldama on Wemby. We get confused defensively. I have Desmond Bain back on Wemby. That was good there. They also took out Marcus Smart after only bringing him in for a minute. I'm glad that went in. I thought the reason they did that is they didn't want to bring in Roddy, but I'm bringing in Roddy. So we're in 2024 now. I don't really have any New Year's resolutions because I'm all right with how life is going at the moment. So if y'all have any, y'all can let me know in the comments if y'all care enough. I'm just trying to think of other things to talk about. I made a video talking about... I always wonder why someone dislikes one of my videos. I know I'm not a great YouTuber. That should have been blocked, but at least it was missed. But in my last video before this, I made a video talking about my year-end awards for WWE and AEW. Check it out on the channel. And I talked about a very touchy subject, and I wonder if that's why they talked about it or they disliked it. This is some of the things I worry about and wonder about, but, you know. It sucks. It is what it is. So, now we have Jeremy Sohan in it. Their point guard, as they still have in Wemby, and that should have been a turnover. Here is the interesting part. I very rarely use Roddy. That I felt should have went in. I'm glad that's what happened there. That was supposed to be to Santi, but I will take the free throws. Top injuries. It said Draymond suspension. Okay, that's not going to go in. That should have went in. I wish he would have went to the paint. Okay, that better not be out on us. It is. Oh, we can't dribble. Besides Ja, nobody can dribble on this team. Bane in real life can dribble. I don't know why on here nobody can dribble, though. It's also interesting because we have we have to win games to make the playoffs, you know, because we've had this start. And there we go. That's what we need right there. If David Roddy could hit his corner shots, he would get a lot more playing time because defensively he's okay. He's kind of the help defender. He's kind of in that weird-ass spot where they just make him help defense, and then it's always, oh, he should be on the open guy that hits their threes. And then, again, if he hits his threes, then he'd probably get more playing time, in my opinion. That should have missed because I didn't even, like, try to shoot in the green. Because we're 40 minutes in, I think I'm going to play this game and then the Raptors game, And then next time, I don't. Here's the thing as well. With the Packers franchise, I streamed once a week. With this, it might be twice a week. I don't know yet. That probably gonna miss. It did. So I feel I'm gonna play those first 2 games, and then the next time that I stream, I'll do some catch up and maybe, further advance it. Because like I said, this is gonna be a multiple series thing as well. But there's a lot more games in it because this is not football. Okay, 9 seconds. At the buzzer. I don't know. I think that was for the team. Okay. This is interesting. Y'all see me. I'm going to hope that it shows that I just unlocked an achievement. Yeah, all right. It didn't pop up on the screen for y'all. I unlocked an achievement. It said outscore opponents by 10 points, which I'm 99% sure I've done before. I don't know why they just now gave me the achievement. I'm going to simcast to the 4th. If it's within 10 points, I'll continue. If not, I'll just sim to the end. As it looks, I will have to step in. It is a tied game. So who we got in right now? Bro, Roddy ain't made a shot the whole... this is always the interesting part when you simcast. What the hell the stats are afterwards. Roddy ain't made a shot the whole game. Marcus ain't made a shot, but he at least has 6 assists. I also don't know how they've staggered his minutes. Ja, I think I said he has 18 and 10, so that's decent. Bain. And then Claxton has no points as well, but 14 rebounds. Like I said, I told him I wanted to see rebounding. Okay, that might not be good. Okay. Work there. No, we're going to try to get this to Claxton. Can he get some points? I will also say this. I don't know how free throws with Claxton can work. Because I remember that playoff series against the Celtics and how that looked with him at the free throw line. That might be up to something we worry about. I don't know why Claxton's over here. Why aren't you at Wemby? Why aren't you at Wemby? Why are you still not at Wemby? How did that go in? How did that go in? Okay, this is, boom. As I said, that would more than likely be our go-to move in this series. Oh, he is too far out. If I could have 1 second earlier. Even a half a second earlier. Okay, there we go. I ain't calling no timeout. Now, I made that a crazy layup. That way it wasn't just a dunk every damn time. Also, if they had Wemby there like they did in the first quarter, I probably would have to change what I ended up doing. Okay. That time around, that worked. Now go fast. Ooh. Okay. Now, I can answer one of these questions. How will free throws work with him? Free throws are definitely a worry with Steve-O. Now, I just saw a name pop up down there in the bottom, and it was Bobby Portis. Okay, we got one. And because Bobby, a center. A center is what realistically this team is. A center and a wing. Where I, for one, know that Marcus Smart right now is a bit of both. Now, I will say this. And when I was talking about the Grizzlies in like videos talking in the off season and whatnot, I essentially said the thing with Marcus Smart is he's going to be a combination of both Dylan and Tyus. He's going to provide the defense that Dillon would provide, and he's going to provide the point guard ability that Tyus provide. So that makes him a combination of both. And then D Rose was going to be a suitable point guard for the time that Ja was gone, and then once he's back, we'll see how he plays, which I'm trying to think. I can't even remember last time he played. I'm glad that was a floater there. I don't think that was the best thing now. We should have went for, if we got Marcus Smart and he replaced the defense of Dillon, then that is fine. We should have got like 2 different players, essentially. Because I was saying the thing with Smart is he's a combination of both. But we didn't really get 2 guys that could replace both, if that made sense. If we had the wing, the forward, that is that could provide the offense of Tyus, it would have helped out a lot. Because like I said, Marcus is definitely his strong suit was providing the defense of Dillon. So I felt we were trying to kind of doing the cheap thing, and we got 1 instead of 2, essentially. And now we're in a pickle of trying to get the second. Because, a lot of guys don't have value. And, again, I don't know how many people – I feel a lot of teams would like Steven Adams, but a lot of teams that would trade for him right now don't have any plans for him this season, obviously, because he ain't playing. Now, Dorian Finney does not have any points. Can we please change that here? That way I don't feel like an idiot for trading for him, as we missed back-to-back shots with him. If they're smart, they would have got Wemby the ball there. They would still get Wemby the ball. I'm glad they shot that. Also, I thought we were up 10. We were up 8. Actually 7. Ooh. We ain't getting no points with you. We got a whole season to worry about that, Dorian. I just tried the shot, and it went green that time. I wanted to see what that thing's... I'm reading... I never look at what the thing says at the bottom. That should have been blocked. I wasn't in front, though. Also, the Bucks played the Pacers tonight, and I thought that would have been like a big-time deal, how the last game ended, a whole game ball situation. It wasn't really that big of a deal. So, that was interesting. We're going to do the... Actually, we can just do this. We're going to sim to the end. Hopefully, we don't blow a 9-point lead in 30 seconds, as we don't. Ja is 26 and 10. See, look, the big 3 have 25 plus or more points. Ja has 10 assists. Jaren had no blocks. That's not good. We had no blocks all game. That's not good. Dorian Finney went 0 of 8. All right, it's a start. It is a start. Santi had 19 off the bench. That is very good. It's a start. That is a very bright-ass light right there. All right. Because like I said, January is kind of an important month. The whole season is very important, to be fair. So the way I'm gonna do one more game. I'm gonna do this Raptors game, and then the next time around I will play catch up because I more than likely won't. I don't know the next time I'm gonna film this. But more than likely, the Lakers and Suns game would have taken place, and we'll see what happens there. I do apologize for burping, but I knew it was going to happen. So I wanted to see what are they saying about us here? After trading away Nicholas Clinton, they might need to go out and find a new starting center. Yeah, I agree with that. Not sure why team just got older. I guess that's a fair statement. Yeah, we did it to get the second round pick, John. Nas Reed would have been somebody great to trade for, but I don't feel that the Timberwolves would want to give him up. Award races. I'm glad they got Malik Monk here because in real life I predicted him to win it, and I'm glad that he's the leading candidate here. Who did I say for MVP? I think I said Giannis. Real life, this is probably Embiid at the moment. Rookie of the year, probably Chet, but you can argue it being Wemby. Depoy, definitely not Wemby. To be fair, after that last game, maybe Wemby. Most improved. Who should they have on here? I feel there's a good list for most improved. I ain't going to argue with any of that. So, key up clutch player. I keep forgetting about this award. This should definitely be Luka. Luka should be up there for that. So, I'm trying to see. Because I saw. This is what's going to make y'all laugh. Never mind. I was 99%. Hey, I don't think Jaren got this in real life. If he did, that would have been great. But I don't know where the hell they got that from. So, like I said, we're going to play this Raptors game. Same way. Play the first quarter. Simcast the end. Then finish the video. Then, like I said, next time we play, or next time you see a video, we'll play, catch up, and do a little bit more. As the Raptors are having an almost similar, like a very similar situation to us. But guess what? They just made a trade. They're looking forward to their future. So this is the new look Raptors team. I also, like I said, did give up our pick for 2024. So that is something that we should keep an eye out as well. Whoever the Nets take with that. Because I will say this. I more than likely, will, no matter how long this series goes, I more than likely will probably never draft anybody. I will just say that in advance. So we're going to do a city jersey versus city jersey matchup because both of them are black and gold. It is also, I ain't going to affect this, but is RJ hurt? He isn't. So I'm pretty sure they started RJ tonight over Gary, but I ain't going to change that. I ain't never going to change any other team's situation unless it is just like questionable as hell. In that case, they got RJ at small forward. That's fair. I understand why they're doing that, but I ain't going to change it. So as we see the Raptors coming into town, I love that everybody always wears suits. I feel this feels very 2K 12-ish with how this music sounds in my ear. Like that Scotty had the same facial expression the whole time. I wish that having this city jersey on, we had a different court. Because I don't think... I couldn't tell you the last time we wore the city jersey outside of the in-season tournament. It's definitely happened, though. We also have Jakob Poeltl here. Will he get dunked on? Now, Dorian Finney-Smith has officially scored as a Memphis Grizzly. I ain't gonna lie. Something is wrong with the lighting in this. This is very... Alright, there we go. They fixed it. I noticed something was up. That... Alright, that was a bad pass. That... Okay, they screwing with the lights. They keep turning the lights freaking blue. They're trying to distract me. And it really is affecting it on. Y'all see it too. Look, y'all just saw it when Scotty dunked. That should have been blocked. But I wasn't in front of him, so it's understandable. Oh my god, can y'all stop it with the lights? They doing us up, I ain't even gonna lie. That was too late. Glad that happened. Okay. So I was noticing because I missed my last 2 shots. Anytime I make a shot, it fixes it. The lighting, because look at it, you can see it now. That should have been stolen. And then look, I don't know. Maybe it's like a good versus evil thing. I don't know. I bet we just don't have it happen at all. Okay, Siakam's playing good defense on Jaren. That should have been stolen. All right, he's got to pick it up. I switched over too late. It didn't go in, so that's fine. This lighting thing is really pissing me off. That's an and one. And one opportunity, I should say. I see the Nets lost 120 to 124. I'm also because at some point the Nets will trade for a center on here. I'm intrigued to see which one they choose to go after. I will say this. In real life, I really like the Nets. I just don't know what direction they want to go in, is essentially what I've always said. I feel they're just kind of just playing it by ear, whatever happens, happens situation. I would have really loved it if they traded for Drew Holiday, especially because I don't know what they would have had to give up. That should have been blocked. That went in. Are you kidding me? Team Doctor. Oh, no. Chet got hurt. That's not good. Okay, that one really bothered me. That one bothered me as well. Okay. So that's very realistic. He would normally go for a pull-up, especially if Claxton was in the way, because he felt he would get blocked. I should have passed that to him earlier, but we have the quit. Boom. My foot really hurts at the moment. It's also been a long stream. It's also funny because I'm pretty sure my first episode of the Packers franchise ended up being a 3-hour video. It might have been 2 hours. I felt like it was 3 hours. I'd have to go look. I don't know why Baines never were near Trent. I wish that would have went in because I would have been upset. I would love it if Dorian Finney-Smith was on this team. That's why reason I made that trade is like we get a center that fits our timeline. We get a veteran forward that just does not even a little bit. He does a lot. And is under contract for a while. Like I said, I more than likely wouldn't make any draft pick with that 2024 pick. The only reason I feel bad is because I don't know many teams that would trade for Steven Adams right now, like I said. And for the Nets, they, at this moment, have no center. Because in 2K, in that idea, they felt like they were getting Steven Adams healthy. So that's like the main reason they accepted it. That's the main reason I included the 2024 pick, because that's going to be our highest value pick, and the second-round pick, because even though I didn't have to. I know it's a second-round pick, but at least they're getting something extra with it. And also just realized this is Darko's return to Memphis. So, alright, he's going to get past us on that one. That one bothered me. So I just let that happen the whole time. Okay. We make a block out of this. Nope, because he tried to hit a step back. All right, we still can. Nope, we can't. Points off turnovers, 0-7. Don't like that. Do like that. Jaren's first points of the game. That should have been blocked. If you notice why I... Oh, there we go. So you're probably wondering why I switch around a lot on defense. Because I essentially am trying to, like... Because with Jaren, who's a Defensive Player of the Year winner, Defensive Player of the Year award winner, with Jaren, I'm more than likely, if his guy gets the ball, can, like, catch up enough to where they attempt the shot and then try to block it or affect it. Where with the other guys on the team, I feel I could probably do that with Claxton as well. The other guys, I don't know. So that's why I'm always trying to edge them to give the ball to that guy. That way I can do that type of defense. As they call timeout. My leg and foot hurt a lot. We're going to bring in the bench right now. And then this is what the bench should look like. And like I said, our bench, I don't know what our scoring in real life for the bench is, but I know it is very low. We'll bring in Smart off the bench. He provides a lot of defense and can provide a lot of scoring. Or in the starting lineup, I feel the defense-wise with the trade we made provides that. And with Bane and Ja and even sprinkle in Jaren, the offense will be fine as well. All right, that bothered me because I waited too long there. This game will be probably a lot more closer than the Raptor one was. Also, just realize this is a back-to-back. So that we probably should have made note of. And if I was being ultra realistic, I shouldn't have had Claxton and Finney-Smith play the last game because, you know, timeline-wise, they wouldn't have got to the team in time. See, all right, I'm trying to see what... All right, there we go. I didn't even push the button there. I was just standing there. That might have been an offensive foul, but they called it a charge, so I ain't going to argue it. There's Dennis Schroeder, who we saw a lot in the playoffs when he was on the Lakers. And I bet... I was going to say he's probably upset with the trade because, you know, quickly, more than likely, he's going to be their starter now. But maybe he doesn't care enough. There we go. There's a green 3. That bothered me because I jumped the same time that he jumped, and he wiggled his way around from that. There's Otto Porter, who we saw a lot in the playoffs 2 years ago when he was on the Warriors. We go back to back. We should have, but we didn't. All right, I'm glad that one didn't go in. That was a risky pass. Oh, come on. We have a lot of Duke players here. Gary, Kennard, RJ. I feel there's one more that I'm missing. Ah, come on. I think I got to trade Jones because he was here last game. Field goal percentage. Apparently, Xavier Tillman has a 100% field goal percentage. I know that is not right. Thaddeus Young, who went to Memphis. That, you see what I'm saying? Like, 2K-wise, this works. Smart coming off the bench. Real life-wise, it should work, but I don't even know if they want to propose it. Because, like I said, Smart has been starting the last 5 or so years and has been beneficial to top contending teams for the Celtics, and even one that made the finals. And we gave 2 first-round picks away to get him. You're not doing that to have somebody come off the bench. But, you know, with the trade we just made, we only gave up 1 first-round pick. That one bothered me because Tillman was very slow and couldn't get back. Also, this is a random stat I like to bring up a lot. With the team, real-life team, we have 4 guys that have been to the conference finals because Steve-O went to the conference finals with the Thunder in 2016. Smart went numerous times with the Celtics, most notably in 2022 when he ended up making the finals with the team. Luke Kennard made the conference finals with the Clippers in 2021 when they faced the Suns. And Derrick Rose in 2011 when he was the freaking MVP of the league and on the Bulls went to the conference finals with the Heat. So I like saying that stat. That just provides, you know, the championship experience you need, even though sadly none of them won a damn ring out of that. But maybe they can win one here. I almost stepped out there. All right, Santi can keep the hot hand. That should go in, and it does. So, there's a lot of players I would love to see on the Grizzlies, and I wouldn't complain about, but I felt best for us and one that I knew. Oh, no, I don't like. Oh, my God, they're going to. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Good for RJ, you know. It is definitely weird that I would say this has probably been RJ's best season, and it ended up getting him traded. So I do feel bad for him in that standpoint, but he's in Toronto. They're going to love him there. We also have Jaren at center at the moment. That leads to an easy basket at the rim. Also love that we have 2 Defensive Player of the Year award winners on the team. Yo. Don't know why he's open. I was supposed to be a Santi. Also, I haven't got Roddy a shot this game as he has one right at the bucket. Basket, bucket, same stuff. De'Aaron Fox had 42 points. I like again, I very rarely, because normally when I play this, I play my team, so they don't have stuff pop up down there. They're going to say that's a foul. I think that's bullcrap. It's in the first quarter. I ain't challenging it. I also wonder if I challenge it and get it right, does it give me a second challenge? I probably should have challenged. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It will matter at some point. I feel a lot of times when I would use a challenge would be at the end, so we'll see how that goes. They gave me a lot of room there. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Glad that happened. 6 seconds. I probably could have got that Kennard. I definitely should have got that to Kennard, considering that was the damn shot that happened and not a dunk. I'm a little bit upset with that. And I'm definitely upset with that because I went to Simcast it to speed it up. Now I got to wait because you can't, once the buzzer hits 0, you got to wait. So, it is 31-42 though. And if the lighting thing bothers you, I apologize, but I don't really know what to do to change it besides I could have backed out, went back in, but by the time I noticed, I'm like, I'm too far in to back out. All right. I should have skipped, but I was talking too much. Also, if you like tune into this video and you're like, oh my gosh, you only played 2 games, I ain't gonna lie, that's a bit crazy. As the lead is going to be not that close, so we're not even gonna have to worry about it. 99 to 90, or almost 99 to 133. Again, Ja, if he would have 20 points, I would have said back-to-back games here. There we go. Jaren has 5 blocks this game. Smart almost had a triple-double. Derrick Rose even got some minutes. Somebody had to have fouled out. Oh, no. Come on. Ja got hurt. All right, that, don't freaking don't like that. It's day to day. So in the case of this, remove jaw here. Kind of good that we also, all right, how do I do this? All right, we're going to start smart for now. Obviously. Give him 30 minutes. Give Dorian Finney 30 minutes. Give Jaw no minutes. And give Derrick Rose 15. We have 5 minutes left. Give Santi. Actually, I'm going to give Derrick 20 minutes. I don't mind. All right. So Smart temporarily be in the start lineup while injury is to job. Like I said, it's day to day. I think, just to speed it, I'm going to simcast this game. I'm feeling a bit spicy. This trade does not help us at all. Upgrade. I'm going to leave it as is for this game because I did not do that for no reason. We'll see how this goes. Not the greatest. Alright, that's not good. How does it go in this game? We'll fix jaw after this game. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. That's not that bad. Thing that sucks, we ain't moved up at all. We're still the 13th seed. Now, let me go back and fix this. Smart 25. I will say this. I don't really know how to prevent the, if you see on the far left, the energy being very low. I've never learned how to fix that. It's definitely something I should probably pick up on. We're going to look at some stats, then call it a video. I'll look at the button. There we go. We're at 31. Bane had 31 as well. Jaren. What happened in this game? I keep hitting the wrong button. Fair. All right. Transaction reports. Nick sent. They traded for Harry Giles just to send him to the G League. So I'm interested in this. Do they have Lonzo as healthy on here? I would say no, but they did re-sign him and DeRozan, which might happen in real life. Who really knows? I don't think they'll re-sign DeRozan for that long though. Is there anything else noticeable? Rumors. Nazir Little, Dwight Powell, Jordan Clarkson, Pat Connaughton, Bradley Beal to the Lakers, Trae Young. Uh-oh. I like that. I like not for this team, but for the league to change things up. That'd actually be nuts. Celtics and Al Horford. Javon Carter. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. Transactions, as I mentioned. I don't think there's anything else. I never look at all this other stuff. I'm trying to see if there's anything that is like shocking. I'm trying to. All right, system proficiency. I love 4 stars balance. Defense. I would be intrigued to see. So if I move Jaw, we have 4-star defense here, or defense balance. And it doesn't really matter. Awards. We have Jokic up here now. Chet's out for 2 to 4 weeks with a broken hand. Bogdanovich moved up to the 6th man. Shane Sharp. I keep saying because this, just looking around. Contract decisions. I don't think this Claxton thing is going to change. Tillman, says he will re-sign. I want to see how much. It's not that bad. Oh, that's a year, though. I'm going to wait it out. I feel that's decent and understandable. I'm going to wait it out, though. Like I said, with Claxton, that's going to be an iffy situation. I'm going to wait that out. Anything else of note? I'm going to look at team intel, then I'm going to call it a video. Or standings and then team intel. Because like I said, standings ain't really changed at all. We're still at 13. It's going to be a minute before we get up there. Trying to think this out. All right. So, we shouldn't really have to worry about falling backwards. The goal is obviously 7 or higher. Actually, 6 or higher. That will take a lot, obviously. 7 games, though, is somewhat fair. Because if you see, the Suns have 21 wins. We just beat the Suns. So, that's what we're working on that. It won't be all done in one video, obviously. Over here, the Nets they have 16 wins. They're starting Day'Ron Sharpe, which maybe they unlock something with him. I see his stats. His career is 15 points, or season high is 15 points. Maybe they unlock something. Also intrigued to see if Ben Simmons is playing for them. Look at team intel and then call it a video. I shouldn't really have to make any more trades, but I'm just worried about the rest of the league. Selling. I should change that. I ain't going to change that right now. See, look, they got Trae Young on this. That's crazy. But, maybe that's the case in real life. Orlando Robinson, John Collins, Jordan Clarkson, that's fair. Trey Lyles, Kevon Huerter, that's fair. Roy Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, Tim Hardaway Jr., Grant Williams. What are they saying here? Rebuilding. Understandable. Always like to see apparently targeting as well. They had Kelly Olynyk. They had Paolo Banchero. They had Chet. I definitely felt I could have done the Duran Bogdanovich trade, but I felt that one was way more unrealistic than the other one. Not really. I don't know. I feel they're the same level. This one's kind of understandable having Brogdon. I feel Jeremy Grant and Ayton for the same package that I did. I'd probably have to definitely add somebody else because Jeremy Grant, they both make a lot of money, so I would have done something else different. But like position-wise, they fit. They're also targeting LeBron, which is a bit funny. Middleton, okay, y'all don't need to be having them on there. They just re-signed DeRozan to do that. I could have got Vucevic if I wanted him, but I don't think I could have got Patrick Williams. Al Horford. All right, so I talked a lot. I did a lot in this video, but we only got 1 week's worth of games done. So this is the first episode of this. Hopefully, I can do many more. Hopefully, you stay for the ride. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.